The deadliest threats in life are rarely obvious. They do not charge at you with weapons drawn, and they do not announce themselves in broad daylight. No, the most dangerous people are the ones hidden behind smiles, behind charm, behind a false sense of friendship. Toxic people, manipulators, energy parasites. They survive by draining your strength, feeding off your attention, and manipulating your trust. Yet most people confront these dangers head-on. They argue, they yell, they defend themselves, and in doing so, they step into a battlefield designed for their defeat. Their energy is wasted, their emotions exploited. Machiavelli warned against such foolishness. The wise do not fight recklessly. The wise wait, observe, and strike when the conditions favor them. Law 1. Observe in silence. The first law of dealing with toxic people is to resist the impulse to react. They thrive on conflict, on the clash of voices, on your emotional engagement. The moment you argue, you step into their arena, where every movement, every word, every gesture has been practiced to manipulate and wear you down. Observe quietly. Let them reveal themselves. Every lie, every exaggeration, every act of manipulation exposes their weaknesses. Every craving for validation, every insecurity, every mask they wear becomes visible, but only if you remain silent. Silence is not weakness. It is surveillance. Like a hunter stalking a lion, you crouch low, patient, unseen. The lion may roar, but the hunter waits. Let the toxic person speak. Let them act. Every time they open their mouth, they map out their own vulnerabilities. They believe they are in control, but in truth, you are gathering the power silently. Patience here is more than a virtue. It is a weapon. The more they attempt to provoke, the more they exhaust themselves, and the stronger you become. Remember, a toxic person thrives on reaction. If you deny them the reaction, you deny them the very thing that empowers them. Law 2. Control the battlefield. Once you have observed, you must control where the engagement happens. Toxic individuals are strongest in chaos, in public spectacle, in environments where your emotions are visible and easily manipulated. They will seek to draw you into noisy confrontations, into arguments that play out in public or within earshot of witnesses. The wise strategist never fights where the enemy dictates. He chooses his terrain. If provoked in public, respond privately. If insulted, reply in writing. If baited in a moment of weakness, wait until you are composed and untouchable. By shifting the battlefield, you render their weapons useless. They believe they lead, but you're the one holding the power of control. Observation and control work hand in hand. Watch their tendencies. Study the triggers they exploit. Learn where they feel secure and where they overreach. By understanding the battlefield, you set the stage for every future interaction, always on your terms. Law 3. Starve them of attention. Toxic people are energy parasites. They feed not on truth, not on fairness, but on your response. Every argument, every flash of anger, every attempt to prove yourself fuels their fire. Indifference is the most potent weapon you can wield. Silence, when used strategically, strips them of their nourishment. The more they scream, the more they plot, the more they attempt to provoke, the less you react, the weaker they become. This is not avoidance, it is power. It is the refusal to participate in a game they designed to control you. Consider this. A fire cannot rage without fuel. Your reaction is fuel. Starve it, and the fire dies. Your calm becomes a fortress. Your silence becomes a blade. In denying them attention, you demonstrate mastery, dominance, and control over your own world. Observation and silence alone are insufficient. Toxic people are persistent. They probe, they manipulate, they push until cracks appear. That is why the next laws focus on protection, strategy, and precision. Law 4. With a mask. Honesty is a weapon when wielded by the wrong hands. A toxic person will twist your words, weaponize your emotions, and exploit your vulnerabilities. To survive, you must never expose your true intentions, thoughts, or emotions. The mask is your shield and weapon. It allows you to project strength when uncertain, calm when enraged, and disinterest when calculating. Let them attack illusions while the real you remains untouched, observing and waiting. Concealment is not deception, it is survival. The toxic person seeks patterns, weakness, emotion, and exposure. Give them none. Let your face, your voice, your reactions reveal only what you choose. Through the mask, you manipulate the battlefield of perception itself. Uncertainty breeds fear. Fear causes mistakes. Mistakes expose the toxic individual to their own undoing. Law 5. Strike indirectly. Direct confrontation is expensive emotionally, mentally, and strategically. The fifth law teaches elegance. Let circumstances, other people, and their own nature do the work. Toxic people constantly expose their flaws: arrogance, lies, manipulation, and insatiable hunger for control. Position yourself so that these flaws are exposed to others. Let their poison betray them. Allow their own words and actions to backfire. Others can become instruments of justice, executing the consequences of the toxic person's behavior while you remain untouchable. Indirect strikes are the hallmark of strategy. They are clean, precise, and free of emotional cost. You remain untouched, yet victory is assured. Machiavelli himself admired those who destroyed enemies without lifting a sword, by letting their own flaws, ambition, and missteps become the instruments of their downfall. Law 6. Cut without warning. There comes a point when patience is no longer strategy. It is danger. Some toxicity cannot be endured, weakened, or exposed through subtlety. It must be removed decisively. The sixth law is ruthless. Cut cleanly and without hesitation. Do not warn. Do not explain. Sever the connection completely. Mercy only prolongs suffering for both you and them. Delay invites manipulation, bargaining, and sabotage. A swift, absolute action preserves your energy, your peace, and your life. Think of a surgeon removing infection. Negotiation only allows the poison to spread. The knife does not ask. It cuts. When it comes to toxic people, your cut must be precise, final, and without remorse. Law 7. Anticipate retaliation. Even after cutting ties, expect backlash. Toxic people rarely accept defeat quietly. They may attempt manipulation, gossip, or coercion to regain control. Do not react. Do not defend. Observe. Every attempt to provoke confirms your strategy. Your calm and detachment reinforce your dominance. Retaliation is a sign that your power is working. Endurance in the face of provocation strengthens your position and ensures their continued decline. Even when you've cut, starved, and outmaneuvered them, vigilance is still necessary. The next set of laws ensures your power remains unassailable. Law 8. Divide and confuse. Toxic people often thrive in networks, alliances, and gossip. To dismantle their influence, you must create uncertainty. Keep your actions opaque. Keep others unaware of the battle. Confuse them about your intentions, your alliances, and your next move. Uncertainty destabilizes their power, erodes their confidence, and forces them into overreach. The more they try to control, the more they expose themselves. Through confusion, you guide the toxic individual into their own traps. Law 9. Protect your inner circle. Your energy is finite. Your influence is precious. Toxic people will attempt to infiltrate your personal life, to manipulate your friends, family, or colleagues. Fortify your inner circle. Limit exposure. Protect those who matter most. When the toxic individual cannot access your resources, your trust, or your support network, they are powerless. Guarding your inner world is not paranoia, it is strategy. It ensures that their reach cannot harm your life or your progress. Law 10. Win in silence. Finally, the crown of all laws: always win quietly. Do not announce your victories. Do not justify your strategy. Do not validate their existence by acknowledgement. True mastery is invisible. Toxic people crave significance, recognition, and reaction. By remaining silent, you strip them of all power. Every success you build, every step you take, every piece of your peace is a dagger into the illusion they once held over you. Silence is the ultimate fortress. While they rage, you rest. While they manipulate, you build. While they poison themselves with frustration, you rise stronger. The quiet victory leaves them nothing. Their power evaporates, their influence crumbles, and their illusions of control vanish. These 10 laws are more than tools for survival. They're the framework for mastery. They turn chaos into clarity, attack into strategy, and hostility into opportunity. Toxic people will always exist. They will scheme, manipulate, and attempt to dominate your world. But with these laws, you possess the Machiavellian precision to neutralize, control, and transcend them. Do not seek to change them. Do not exhaust yourself in futile attempts at reason. Observe, control, starve, mask, strike indirectly, cut decisively, anticipate, divide, protect, and remain silent. In doing so, you become untouchable, unseen, and unstoppable. This is more than survival. This is power. This is mastery. You no longer react to the weak. You transcend them. You do not merely endure. You ascend. Your life becomes your monument. Your discipline, your peace, and your clarity form the empire they cannot penetrate. And as you walk forward, untouched by their venom, you embody the lessons Machiavelli laid down centuries ago. Power is clarity, precision, and patience. Power is silence. Power is strategy. Power is you. The toxic exists to test your strength, to measure your control, to forge your mastery. The laws are your tools. Your empire is your life.